AIG CEO Edward Liddy claims that his company needed to hand out those big bonuses to keep crucial employees to help repair the broken company. A new study, however, from Nielsen IAG says that AIG's government bailout money could have been better spent on advertising to help repair the company and its tarnished public image. So will AIG brand ever recover? Well, we have Jim Gregory, the CEO of Core Branch, and Richard Khalil, the Executive Vice President of Financial Services at Nielsen IAG. Richard, let me start with you because all these letters are confusing me.
Sure.
The study that you guys did, what did it have to say about these financial companies that continue to advertise even during this climate?
You know, just before I get to that, I was Chief Marketing Officer for the Bank of New York before I joined Nielsen IAG, and the reason I joined is because I really believe that financial intelligence needs to be taken to the next level, which is real-time brand management. And I think if you look at the AIG stock price, confidence and stock price are moving hand in glove these days. Nielsen IAG provides real-time advertising effectiveness every night. And we did the study really to go against the conventional wisdom that financial companies would cut their advertising budget the moment the economy turns down. What we didn't count on was the dramatic results.
What dramatic results?
Well, we found that among those people who had seen more advertising for their financial company lately, 55% said that they had complete confidence not only in the safety and soundness, but also the survival of that company.
And that's why, in part, why we haven't seen a so-called run on the banks?
Well, I think that what's happening is that you could, because people advertising is not really happening right now for financial companies. They really have cut back. In the fourth quarter of 2008, you see that financial advertisers have cut back about 23%. So I think the message from this is really you have to communicate with your customers.
Right.
And if your customers are not only your customers, but now your investors and your taxpayers, it's more important than ever to use advertising and marketing to communicate on a mass basis to them.
Jim, let's talk about the one that's in the eye of the storm right now, AIG. What could they do? I mean, what have they done in the last 6 months, and what could they do to possibly get people to have confidence in them?
Well, I think they need to clearly build a vision for the future and to align their business processes and the culture and behavior of the company with that vision, and then they can begin to communicate. If they launched an advertising campaign right now, I think it would be a little premature. They really need to get their house in order before they do that.
So in other words, just the notion that they were advertising would send a positive message, but you think it's too early to even attempt that?
Well, we track 1,200 companies across 49 industries. We've been doing this for 20 years, and what we have found is that advertising does indeed build market share, and especially in a down market. In a market like this, healthy companies have an opportunity to really build market share. But if you're having problems, if you're in the middle of a feeding frenzy, you don't want to start advertising without a clear message of where you're going with the company.
Richard, in your survey, which of the financial companies are really doing that, to Jim's point, are doing a good job at getting their message out, and it seems like the public's buying it?
Well, in our Nielsen IAG advertising effectiveness stuff that we do every night, it turns out that there are certain commercials, certain companies are doing better than others because they've really embraced the economic
Which companies, though, are standing out right now?
Right now, looks like Bank of America, Allstate, TD, Ameritrade, and E-Trade have tended to do above norm in terms of the advertising effectiveness. They're commercials because they've really embraced an economically sensitive tonality and relevant message. And this really ranges all the way from the inspirational to the hard product information to humor.
Jim, do you think it's going to be like this for a while, where just certain stocks, certain companies within the financial realm are seen in a positive light? When will we see the entire industry seen positively, at least through advertising?
Well, I think that already we're starting to see signs of a turnaround, and those companies that are healthy and are advertising are certainly going to be starting to make gains. But it's important to understand that the corporate brand, the reputation of the company, is not as strong as the other, the financial fundamentals of the company. So we really need to understand that only those companies that are very healthy should be out there advertising at this time.
Really. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Jim. Richard, thank you so much to both.